Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Ever since the professor and his charming spouse have been with us, life around here is complete chaos. I don't sleep right. Lunch and dinner, I eat too much.
Don't do that.
I drink too much.
Drink too much.
Not a healthy way to live.
No.
Before, I never had a minute to myself. Sonia and I worked. We worked all the time. Now Sonia does all the work, and I just eat, sleep, and drink. Awful, isn't it?
Yes. It is. How long are they going to stay?
Forever.
Forever.
The professor has decided to settle amongst us.
Why?
Oh, here they come now. Hottest day of the year. And our famous intellectual has on an overcoat, gloves and galoshes, and carries an umbrella.
No, he's just a careful man, that's all.
And her, that amazing woman, isn't she the most beautiful woman you've ever seen? And those eyes, what a wonderful woman.
Come on, Vanya, tell me something new.
What? There's nothing new to tell.
That's not true.
Everything's old. I'm the same as I always was. No, probably worse. I'm lazy. I can't get a thing done. I just go around grumbling and mumbling like an old fart.
Well, what about that professor?
The professor does what he's always done. Sits in his room writing from morning to night. Scribble, 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 scribble. I pity the poor paper. You got it right? This is autobiography.
Why?
There's a subject for you.
Tell me.
A retired professor. A has-been. A moldy mackerel with a college degree. He has gout, rheumatism, migraines. His liver swollen with jealousy and envy, and this poor fish now resides in his first wife's place in the country. Oh, not that he wants to, mind you. He just can't afford to live in town anymore. He never shuts up about how unhappy he is, but the fact is he has the most amazing reasons to be happy. He's been lecturing and writing about art and knows nothing whatsoever about art. For the past 25 years, he's been regurgitating other people's ideas on realism, naturalism, all that bullshit. And now he's retired. It turns out he's a complete unknown. He has no reputation whatsoever, and look at him! He just walks around as if he just stepped off of Mount Olympus!
Sounds like you envy him.
I do. I do.
Why?
His success is where women are concerned. Don Juan himself never had it so good. His first wife, my sister, so beautiful, so sweet, so innocent, so loving, so giving. She had more admirers than he had students, and she loved him. Loved him in the way only an angel could love. His mother-in-law, my mother, worships the ground he walks on. To this day, she treats him like the second coming. And his second wife, beautiful, intelligent. He was already an old man when she decided to marry him, and she gave up everything for him. Her youth, her beauty, her freedom, her charm. For him. Why? What for?
Is she faithful to him?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Why, unfortunately?
Because her fidelity is false from beginning to end. It's all morality and no logic. I mean, she and an old husband you can't stand. What's immoral about that?
Nothing.
Yeah. But stifle your youth, your deepest feelings. Now, that's immoral.
That's immoral.
That's immoral.
Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. No. I came to see your husband. Your message said he was terribly sick, rheumatism or something. He seems perfectly healthy to me.
Last night he was miserable. He kept complaining about pains in his legs. Now today they're all gone.
Right, it took me almost 20 miles to get here. I almost broke my neck. Well, it's not the first time.
Have you eaten?
No, I'm afraid not.
Then you'll stay for dinner. Although nowadays we don't eat anything until after 6.
It's lovely weather we're having today, don't you think? It's not too hot.
Lovely weather for hanging yourself.
Oh, I'm dying because of the hot. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Oh, that's too bad, but you can come back when you're finished and have dinner with us.
No, it'll be too late. Sorry, if you would like to come by for a visit sometime, you and Sonia here, I'd be delighted. Really. My place is small, 75 acres or so, but I have a nursery, if that interests you. Plants, trees you won't find anywhere else around here. And then there's a state forest right next to my land. The forest is old, so I wound up taking care of the place.
That's what they told me, that you were in love with the forest.
Yes.
Well, it's important, I suppose, but don't you think it keeps you from your real occupation? Being a doctor, I mean.
My real occupation? God only knows what that is.
Well, is it interesting?
Well, I'm taking care of a forest. Yes, it's very interesting.
Oh yes, very interesting.
You're still young, aren't you? You're what, 36? Maybe 37? I doubt it's all that interesting. A forest? One tree after another. Sounds monotonous to me.
No, it's not. It's incredibly interesting. He plants new trees every year. He's already gotten a bronze medal and a certificate, and he's a leader in the campaign to preserve old-growth forests. He says that trees are Earth's most precious ornament. They teach us to recognize beauty. Forests help to temper a severe climate, and in regions with temperate climates, people spend less energy trying to combat nature, so the people themselves are kinder and gentler, and they're even taller and more beautiful and have control over their emotions. Even their speech and their movements have a natural grace. Where there are trees, the arts and sciences flourish, and a positive attitude to life, and they treat women with respect.
Yeah.
Bravo. That's a very lovely speech, dear. Oh, but I'm afraid it doesn't convince me, so please don't hate me if I go on cutting wood for the stove and timber to build a new barn.
Oh, you can use turf for your stove and use bricks for your barn. Look, I'm not against cutting wood, but why destroy the forests?
Why not? To listen to you, you think the only thing forests are good for is shade for picnics.
I never said that. But all our great woodlands are being leveled, millions of trees already gone. Rivers dammed up and polluted. Wildlife extinct, and all for what? Because we're too busy looking for other sources of energy? Wouldn't you agree? You have to be a barbarian to burn all this beauty in your soul, to destroy something that can never be replaced. Human beings were born with the ability to reason, the power to create and be fruitful. But until now, we've destroyed whatever we see. Die Wälder verschwinden. Die Wildtiere sterben aus. Die Flüsse sind verstopft. Jeden Tag wird unser Planet hässlicher und grauslicher. Es ist eine Katastrophe. I have realized that I can do something about my climate. And if in 1,000 years from now people are a little happier, then it is partly because of me. Sorry. I must have sounded like a freak just now. I really have to go. Nice to see you all.
When will you be back? Well,
Don't know.
I hope we don't have to wait another month.
Vanya, you are impossible. You never stop, do you? Calling my husband a perpetual writing machine. And you got into another fight with him during lunch. You are being very petty.
It's because I don't like him. I hate him.
Why do you hate him? He's no different from anybody else. He's no worse than you are.
I wish you could see the look on your face. Or the indolent way you move. You're so detached. You don't care about anything, do you? You just drift through life.
Detached? Oh. Yes. And bored. Nobody likes my husband. They all pity me. Oh, poor thing, stuck with an old man like that. But all their sympathies for me, oh, I know what's behind it. It's like Astrop was saying just now. You destroy all the forests without thinking. Pretty soon there won't be a tree left on the planet. You destroy human beings the same way. Pretty soon, trust, honesty, the possibility of self-sacrifice will vanish from the planet as well. What is it about you men? You can't leave a woman alone until she belongs to you. Your doctor was right. There is a demon of destruction in every one of you. You won't spare the trees, you won't spare the birds, or the women, or each other.
I hate it when we get philosophical like this.
He has an interesting face, that doctor. Tired looking, but always a bit on edge. Sonia likes him. I can tell she's in love with him. I can understand why. He's been to visit here 3 times since I've been here, and I haven't once been nice to him or even polite. It's only because I'm, so shy. Must think I'm terrible. You know why we're friends, Vanya? It's because you and I, we are both boring, disagreeable people. Don't look at me like that.
I don't care. You know? All I want is to hear you and to see you.
Quiet. Somebody might hear.
Then just let me talk to you. Let me tell you how much I love you. That's all I need. I mean, that's enough to make me completely happy.
You are really aggravating me. He was driving me to distraction. I have not got the strength left to stand.
He drives you to distraction, and I drive myself to distraction. This is the third night in a row I haven't slept.
There is something terribly wrong going on in this house. My husband is always irritable. He doesn't trust me. He's afraid of you. Sonia gets mad at her father. She gets mad at me. She hasn't spoken a word to me in nearly 2 weeks. You hate my husband. You insult your own mother. I am upset. I must have started crying 20 times today. No, there is something wrong going on here.
Please, let's not start getting philosophical.
Vanya, you are an educated man. You are intelligent. You know perfectly well it is not crime and criminals destroying this place. It's petty little emotions like envy. All of these silly squabbles that end up with good people hating one another. You ought to try to make peace every once in a while, not always be quarreling with everybody.
Well, first tell me how to make peace with myself. My darling.
Stop it. Just go away, will you?
It's gonna rain soon. The whole world will cool off and everything in nature will breathe easy. Except me. I haunt this house like a lost soul. It drives me crazy the thought that I've thrown away my life and I'll never get it back. My past is gone, wasted on stupidity, and the present is so pointless it's grotesque. And that's it, and that's my life, and that's my love, and what can I do about it? My feeling for you is hopeless. Like a ray of sunlight falling into a black hole. I'm dying.
Every time you talk to me about love, I simply freeze up. I don't know what to say. Forgive me. There's nothing to say. Good night.
And if you only knew the pain I feel, knowing there's another soul in this house dying right alongside me. You. I mean, what are you waiting for, you know? What are all these damn fool notions that keep holding you back? I mean, why can't you understand? Why can't you understand?
Anya, you are drunk.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
Stop it, you're disgusting!
Meine Damen und Herren, Onkel Vanya!
I first met her 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
At my poor sister's. She was 17 then, and I was 37.
So,
Why not fall in love with her right away and ask her to marry me? And she'd be my wife right now.
yeah, you're right.
I will let them all make a fool of me.
Yeah, fool!
I used to worship that professor. That downright non-entertaining. I worked like a dog for him. Sonia and I worked. We squeezed every last drop out of his property. We sold vegetable oil and beans and farm cheese. We starved ourselves and scripted save money until it added up into thousands. And we sent it all to him. And I was so proud of him and his studies. Everything he wrote was a work of genius. Yes, I lived and breathed for him. Oh God! And now he's retired and a complete fraud. And I'm a fool.
I'm a fool!
I see it all now.
You're a fool!
I'm a complete fool.
You're a fool! You're the biggest fool I've ever seen! You're the biggest fool! Wow! You're the biggest fool! You're a damn fool! You're a fool!
Stop.
You're a fool! You're the biggest fool! And I'm the king, you're the fool. Vanya, what time is it?
Who the hell cares?
You're in love with the professor's lady.
She's my friend.
Already?
What do you mean already?
A woman becomes a man's friend in 3 stages. First, acquaintance. Then, lover. And then, friend.
That is a vulgar thing to say.
What?
Vulgar.
Vulgar. You're vulgar. All right, I've gotten vulgar, haven't you noticed? Look, I'm drunk too. Come on! Come! Mein kleiner Vanya-Tier. Mein kleiner Vanya-Tier. Andere, andere! Andere, komm. Dum da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Uncle Vanya? Why did you and the professor have to get drunk again? You're behaving like a pair of teenagers. Well, he does it all the time now, but why do you have to join in? Your age.
Age has nothing to do with it.
You're behaving like a pair of teens.
When you don't have a real life, you make do with dreams.
The hay's cut. It's been raining for days. It's all rotting in the field, and you talk about dreams. You have completely given up running this place. I have to do everything myself now, and I just can't anymore. I'm worn out.
be silly. You look just like your poor dead mother now. Oh, darling. Sister, my darling sister. Where is she now? If she only knew. I mean, if she only knew.
She knew what? If only she knew what, Uncle.
So painful. It's. God, it's awful. Nothing. I mean, it's all right. I mean, later I'll. It's all right. I'm going to bed.
No, Vanya. Vanya, I'll let you win. Hey, Vanya!
Mikhail Lvovich.
What? What can I do for you?
Look, go ahead and drink if that's what you want. But please don't let Uncle Vanya get drunk. It's very bad for him.
We won't drink anymore. I'm going home. Before I get hitched, it'll be light. I am going home. Before I get hitched, it'll be light.
It's still raining. Wait till morning.
No. No, the storm is over, see? This is just the tail end of it. I am going. And please don't ever ask me to see your father again. Okay? I tell him he has gout. He wants to call it rheumatism. I tell him to lie down. He sits up. Today, he wouldn't even speak to me. Okay? Okay.
It's just that he's spoiled.
Well, I don't care.
Would you like something to eat?
Yes, I would. Please.
I love eating in the middle of the night.
Me too.
They tell me he used to be very successful with women. All that admiration spoiled him. Here, have some cheese.
I haven't eaten anything all day. All I did was drink. Your father's a very hard man. You know that? Do you mind? We're all alone here. We can be honest with each other. You know what? I could not survive a single month in this house. I'd suffocate. All your father can think about is his gout and his books. And Uncle Vanya's constantly depressed. And then there's your stepmother.
What about my stepmother?
Well, the way I see it is we human beings are meant to be in harmony. Our minds, our souls, our bodies, yes, even our clothes, they are supposed to be in harmony, yes? Well, she is beautiful, no denying that. But all she does is eat, sleep, go for long walks, charm everyone she meets, and that's it. She has no work. She has other people do her work for her. And that's it. She is bored, and a boring life cannot be an honest one. A boring life cannot be an honest one. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm being too hard on her. I don't like my life either. Neither does your Uncle Vanya. We're getting to be a couple of old farts.
You really don't like life?
No, I love life in general. But this stupid, clod-hopping life of ours, I can't stand it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. And my own personal life, I can't stand it. It's a piece of crap. It's right. But you know what? I don't expect anything from myself anymore. I don't like people. I don't love anybody.
You don't love anybody?
Give me the
You're a sensitive person. You have a kind voice. And more than that, you are a beautiful human being. Why do you want to waste your time drinking? Don't do it, please. You always talk about how people don't create, they just destroy what God has given them. Why are you destroying yourself? You mustn't. You just mustn't, please.
All right. I won't drink. Okay. I promise. One.
You promise?
Yes, I promise.
Promise?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Buster, I'm sobered up, see? I'm completely sober. And I'll stay this way for the rest of my life. Now, what was I saying? The only thing that still moves me is beauty. I'm enthralled by it. If your Elena wanted to, she could turn my head overnight. That's not love. That's not a relationship.
Mikhailovich. Suppose I had a friend. Or a younger sister. And let's say that you found out that she loved you. How would you react?
I don't know. I would probably explain to her that I couldn't love her. Look, if I'm going to go home, I better get going, otherwise we'll be here till morning. Good night, sweetheart. I'm going to go out this way, otherwise your Uncle Vanya will want me to dance. I don't want to dance. That's why I'm going to go out this way.
So plain. And I'm ugly. I know I am. Last week, coming out of church, I overheard two women talking about me, and one of them said, "She's such a good girl. She has such a sweet disposition. It's too bad she's so plain." Plain. I'm tired of being angry all the time.
Oh, I'm so glad. It's been 2 weeks now since you and I have been speaking. God only knows why. What is all this?
Fix the doctor something to eat.
Well, there is some alcohol left. Let's drink to friendship, shall we?
All right, let's.
Out of the bottle. It is the best way. Friends.
Friends. I've wanted to make up for a long time. But I was ashamed. I don't know why.
What are you crying for?
I don't know, it's just me.
Oh, there. Now, silly, stop. Getting me started. You were mad at me because you thought that I took advantage of your father when I married him. I swear to you, Sonia, I married him out of love. Would you believe me? I was dazzled by him. He was so famous and so intelligent. It wasn't real love. It was all a fantasy, but at the time I thought that it was real, and I am not sorry that I married him. But ever since the wedding, you have been looking at me with those intelligent, accusing eyes of yours.
Don't, friends, remember?
You mustn't look at people like that. It's not really like you. After all, if you can't trust people, what is the point of living?
Tell me something. As a friend, are you happy?
No.
I knew you weren't. Let me ask you another question, be honest. Wouldn't you rather have a younger husband?
What a child you are! No, of course I would. Well, go on, ask me something else.
Do you like the doctor?
Yes. Very much.
You must think I'm being stupid, don't you? He just left, and I can still hear his voice and his footsteps, and I keep looking at the darkened window, and I think I see his face. Let me finish. Oh, but I can't. I'm too embarrassed. Come up to my room. We can talk there. Do you think I'm being stupid? No. Talk to me about him.
Well, what do you want me to say?
He's so smart. He cares about people. He knows about everything. He plants trees.
Well, yes. It is more than just caretaking and tree planting, darling. Don't you understand? The man has genius. Do you know what genius means? It means daring, a sense of vision, a free-ranging mind. To be able to plant a tree and to imagine that tree 100 years from now, that means to be able to imagine the happiness of humanity. People like that are very rare and deserve to be loved. Yes, he also drinks. And yes, he is messy. Yes, he is vulgar. But what's so wrong with that? These days you can't expect a man of genius to be neat and orderly. With all my heart, I want you to be happy. I do. You deserve it. Me? Oh, I am boring. I am trivial. It's the truth. When I play the piano, when I'm with my husband, in all of my relationships, I am a trivial person. When I think about it, Sonia, I have to face it. I am very, very unhappy. And there is no happiness for me here. And you are laughing. Because I am happy. I am so happy! Woo! It's okay. I feel like playing the piano now. I really do.
Then go play something! I can't go to sleep. Now go play something!
Oh, but when your father gets like this, music drives him crazy. You can't. Go ask him. If he says yes, then I will.
Our hair professor expressed his burning desire to see us all here in the living room. At exactly 1 o'clock. It's 1:45. He must have gone out to inform the world of something.
It's probably just business.
He doesn't have a business. All he does is write rubbish and sit around bitching. I'm sorry. Just look at her, will you? Practically staggering with inertia. Charming, don't you think? Really charming.
Talk. That's all you do all day long. I am sick of it. If I don't find something to do, I will die of boredom. I don't even know what.
There's plenty to do, you just have to want to do it.
Like what?
Like help out around the place? Or go teach school, or go be a nurse? Before you and Papa came, Uncle Vanya and I used to take the flour to the market ourselves.
I don't know how to do any of those things. Besides, I do not want to. Going sing them all of those high moral ideals that only exist in books. What am I supposed to do? Just go out and teach?
Frankly, I don't understand how you cannot do something. You'd get used to it after a while. Don't be bored, darling. It's contagious. You get bored and fretful, and we all catch it from you. Look at Uncle Vanya. He doesn't do anything more except follow you around. He's like your shadow. And me, I give up whatever I'm supposed to be doing to come sit and talk with you. And the doctor, he used to come around once a month, if that, and I always had to persuade him. He's here now every day. He's forgotten all about his trees and completely ignores his practice. You've put a spell on us all, that's what it is.
No, don't be depressed.
Okay.
You've got mermaid blood in your veins. So be a mermaid. Let yourself go this once in your life and dive in with a big splash and fall head over heels in love with a mermaid. Leave the hair professor and the rest of us all on the shore helplessly waving our arms.
Leave me alone, all of you. What a cruel thing to say.
You're right. I'm sorry, I apologize. Peace.
You would try the patience of a saint.
You're right. And I'll make it up to you. I'll bring you a peace stone. A bouquet of roses. I picked them for you this morning. I promise. Autumn roses. So beautiful and so sad.
Autumn roses. So beautiful and so sad.
It's September already. Are we ever going to make it through the winter? All of us cooped up like this? Where's the doctor?
He left. He's in Uncle Vanya's room writing something. I'm glad Uncle Vanya left. There's something I need to talk to you about. What? Oh, come on, stop. I'm ugly.
You have beautiful hair.
No, I don't. That's what people always say to an ugly woman. They say, oh, you have beautiful eyes. Oh, you have beautiful hair. I've been in love with him for 6 years now. I love him more than my own mother. All I can hear is the sound of his voice, feel the touch of his hands. And now look, I keep coming to you so I can talk about him. And he's here every day now, and he doesn't look at me. He doesn't even see me. It hurts so much. And it's all hopeless. It's completely hopeless. Oh my God. I don't know where I'll get the strength. I lie in bed at night just praying, and I have no shame anymore. I hang around him all the time. I keep looking at him right in the eyes. And yesterday I told Uncle Vanya that I was in love with him. The servants know. They all know.
Does he know?
No, he doesn't pay any attention to me.
You know what? If you want me to, I can talk to him. I'll be very discreet. I won't say anything directly. After all, it's time that you found out one way or the other, right? Will you let me? Good. Either he loves you, or he doesn't. Either way, it won't be hard to find out. And don't be embarrassed, darling. I will question him so carefully, he will not even notice. All we have to do is find out yes or no. And if it is a no, then he has to leave here immediately. Am I right? Oh. I don't think we should put it off either. Last night he wanted to show me some charts or something. Go tell him that I'd like to speak to him now.
Promise to tell me the truth when he says it.
Of course. I think the truth, no matter what it might be, is better than not knowing, right? Trust me, darling.
I do. I'll go tell him you want to see his charts. No. Not knowing is better. At least then there's still some hope.
What?
Nothing.
It's awful seeing somebody else in pain. Not being able to do anything to help. He doesn't love her, that's obvious. But why shouldn't he marry her? Oh, she's not good looking, but for a country doctor at his age, she'd make a good wife. She's smart, good-hearted, innocent. No, that's wrong. That wouldn't work. Poor girl. I know just how she feels. The despair and boredom around here. These gray smudges of people. They're all so petty. All they do is eat and sleep and drink. And then he shows up and he's different from everybody else. He's good looking. He's intelligent. He's fascinating. Like a new moon on a dark, dark night. It'd be so easy to let yourself go and give in to the charm of a man like that. I think I'm even a little attracted to him myself. It must be. I'm not bored when he's around, and every time I think about him, I smile. Look at me. Our Uncle Vanya says I have mermaid blood in my veins. Let yourself go at least one time in your life. Oh, maybe I should. Just open the cage, fly away, forget about all of your dull faces, your boring talk. No. I'm a coward. I haven't got the energy. Besides, my conscience bothers me. He's here every day now, and I know why, and I feel so guilty. I want to beg Sonia to forgive me. I want to cry.
Hello. You wanted to take a look at my artwork?
Yes, last night you promised me you would show me some of your work. Is it a good good time?
Yes, absolutely. Where is it you're from again?
St. Petersburg.
Right, you went to school there.
Yes, to the conservatory.
Then this probably won't interest you.
Oh, why not? I don't know much about life out here in the country, but I read a lot.
Well, I have my own workplace here. A desk in Vanya's room. Whenever I get completely fed up with things, I head over here and spend a couple of hours with these, fooling around. Sonia and Vanya sit over there, they do the accounts. I sit over here, exercising and drawing away. It's only a pleasure I allow myself maybe once a month. Now, what you see here is a map. This here is a region of the way it was 50 years ago. These light green areas and the dark green, they represent woodlands. As you can see, over half the entire area is forested. Now look over here. This is the way the region was 25 years ago. Already less than a third of the area is left. Now, all right, you say, this is only natural. This is progress, right? No, I could agree if instead of the woods we destroyed, we had something. You know, if we had, I don't know, jobs or communities, schools, then things might be different, but none of this has happened. We still have the same swamps, mosquitoes, the same diseases, typhoid, diphtheria. Look right here. What you see right here, this is the result of an uncontrolled struggle for survival. Touch it. None of this really interests you, does it? I can tell.
I just know so little about all of these problems.
There's nothing to know about these problems. It just doesn't interest you. That's okay.
I haven't really been concentrating, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The thing is that there's actually a little matter that I would like to discuss with you. I'd like to have a little talk with you, and I'm a bit embarrassed. I don't quite know where to begin.
A little talk about what?
Oh, nothing serious. Maybe we should sit. It concerns a certain young person. I hope that we can talk like friends now without having to beat around the bush. Is that okay?
Of course.
Okay. It's about my stepdaughter. It's about Sonia. Do you like her?
Sonia. Yes, I'm very fond of her.
Do you find her attractive as a woman?
No.
Haven't you noticed the way she feels about you?
No, what do you mean?
No. You don't love her. I can tell by your eyes. But she loves you. She suffers because of it. You've got to understand what that means and promise not to come here anymore.
Well, I am a little old for her, don't you think? I mean, I don't have time for... What would you suggest I do?
This is unpleasant, having to talk like this. Well, at least things are clear now. I feel as if I've gotten a huge weight off my shoulders. Let's forget we ever had this little talk. And I think that you should leave right away, probably. You're an intelligent man. You understand how it is. Oh, this is making me blush.
Well, if you would have mentioned this a few months ago, I have to say, I would have felt different about her. About Sonia, I mean. But now... Of course, yes, well, if Sonia is suffering, there's just one thing I'd like to know. Why did you want to have this little talk? You're really clever, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Really clever. All right, so Sonia is suffering. Let's assume she is. It's possible. She is. Okay. Why were you so eager to find out how I felt about her? Don't look at me so surprised. You know exactly why I come here every day. You know exactly who I come to see too. Oh no, sweetheart. Don't give me one of those looks. I'm not some dumb kid.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a little weasel. You've got some sharp claws in your soft fur and you need some fresh meat. I have come here every single day. I have dropped everything to come sniffing around after you. And you love it, don't you? You really love it. All right. Here I am. Take me! You knew that without any little talks. Sink your claws
Say you
into
lost
me.
your mind!
And you said you were so shy.
I'm not like that, I don't. You think I'm that cheap?
Okay, hey. I'll leave. All right, I'll leave through those doors and never come back if that's the way you want it. But we have to get together. Tell me, where? When? Quickly, tell me. Someone may come in. God, you're a witch. You are a sexy little witch. I want to kiss you. Let me kiss you. Hey, let me kiss your hair. Smell the perfume in your hair.
God.
Hey, you have to swear. You don't have to say anything. God, you're beautiful. Let me just kiss your hands.
Enough. Please. You don't know what you're saying. Leave me.
Okay, you say something. Tell me when you'll meet me tomorrow. Come on. Hey. We have to do it. We have to do it. You can't get away from me now.
Some respect for my feelings.
Hey. Come.
Leave me alone.
Come. Yes, again.
Let me go!
Come to my place tomorrow.
It's all right. It's all right.
Sure. It's all right. Wonderful weather we're having, Manya, isn't it? It looked like rain. But now, you see, the sun is coming out. We're going to have a wonderful autumn. Too bad the days are getting shorter and shorter.
You have got to arrange things, do whatever you have to do, and get me and my husband out of here today. Do you understand?
What? Yes, of course. Helen, I I saw everything. I heard-
Today, I said, do you understand? I said today.
Leave me alone. Go away, will you? Just leave me alone for a little while.
I'd love to.
Leave me alone.
I'd love to. Nothing would give me greater pleasure. But I can't go. I won't go until you give me back what you took.
I didn't take anything.
Come on, Manya, give it back.
I told you I didn't take anything!
Really? I'm going to give you a minute longer, and then I'll use force. I'll tie you up and search you. I mean that in all seriousness.
Do whatever you like. God, how stupid can you get? I shot at him twice and missed both times.
You felt like shooting
I'll never forgive myself!
Put a bullet through your own head. No, I should say.
Funny, isn't it? I try to kill someone and nobody calls the police. Nobody tries to arrest me. Which means you all think I'm crazy. I'm crazy! What about someone who pretends to be a professor so that we won't find out he's a stupid, sadistic, no talent? What about someone who marries an old man and then proceeds to cheat on him in front of everyone? I saw you kissing her!
Yes. I was kissing her. So what? Go to hell, will you?
You know what's really crazy? Is a world like this one that lets you all exist!
You're being really stupid now, Vanya.
Well, I'm crazy, remember? I mean, I've lost my mind, so I have the right to say stupid things.
You're not crazy. Yeah. You're just the comic relief around here. Look at you. You're a freak. You know what? I used to think freaks were sick. Now I think being a freak is the normal human condition. I think you are completely normal.
I'm so ashamed. It's like a knife, the shame I feel. Worse than any pain. I can't stand it. You gotta help me. I mean, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You're gonna do nothing.
I mean, I'm 47 years old. I mean, suppose I live to be 60. It's too much. What am I supposed to do for the next 13 years? Can't you understand me? I mean, can't you understand how I feel? All I want is a different life. I want to wake up some morning, some
Where is it?
quiet, bright morning, and find that the past is all vanished like smoke. All I want is a new life.
Stop it.
Just tell me where
Stop
to look.
it.
I mean, where should I look?
There is
Where
no
should I
new
look?
life.
Where should I look? Where should I look?
There is no new life. No new life. Okay? For you, for me, for us, it's hopeless.
It is?
Yes, I know it is.
Well, you gotta help me. I mean, because something in here is burning me up. Astro. Astro.
200 years from now, people might know what a mess we made of our lives. They might even know how to be happy. But you and I, the only thing we've got to look forward to is a little peace and quiet when we're finally in our graves. Vanya, in this entire neighborhood, there are only 2 intelligent human beings. You know who they are? You. You and me. Huh? Us two! Uns zwei Herren! But this sordid, narrow-minded life has sucked us dry. The filth has gotten to us, and we're as rotten as the rest of them. So, stop changing the subject, and please just give me back what you took.
I told you I didn't take anything.
Vanya, you took a bottle of morphine.
Did not!
Yes, you did. Give it back. You know what's gonna happen? People will think I gave it to you. There will be an inquest. And I have to do the autopsy. You think I'm going to enjoy that? Huh? My best friend, do the autopsy, my best friend. Where is it? Sonia? Yes. Sonia! Sonia!
Go away.
Your
just-
Uncle
just-
Vanya took a bottle of morphine from my bag and he won't give it back. Tell him, please. Tell him he's being stupid. I have to go. I have no more time to waste.
Govani, did you take the morphine?
Yes, he took it. I know he did.
Give it back. Why do you want to scare us like that? Uncle Vanya, give it back. I'm just as unhappy as you are. But I have to accept things the way they are. I have to go on living until I die. You've got to do the same. Give it back, Uncle Vanya. Now you don't want to hurt us. I know you'll give it back.
Here it is. But we have to get back to work right away. I mean, we gotta keep busy because otherwise,
We will. We'll work. As soon as they leave, we will get back to work. We have let everything slide, haven't we?
Thank you. Now I can get home.
Ivan Petrovich, there you are. I'm leaving.
do it, Uncle Vanya. I'll come with you. I want you and Papa to be friends again. You've got to.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Already.
Carriage is here.
Well, goodbye.
You promised me earlier you would stop coming here.
Yes, I haven't forgotten. I'm leaving right away. Are you still frightened? Was all this really so terrible?
Yes.
Why not come to my place tomorrow?
No. I've made up my mind to go. That's why I can look you in the eye like this, because I have made up my mind. There's one thing I would like to ask of you, though. Will you try to believe I am really a good person? I want you to respect me.
Come to my place tomorrow. Look, you have no goals in your life. I hope you realize that. You can't avoid it. I mean, you've never had a chance to use your mind. And sooner or later, you're going to give in to your feelings. Now, instead of Harkov, wouldn't it be better to do it out here? In the bosom of nature? Why not? Let me make a kind of poetry out of it. Look, beautiful fall weather, big trees, rickety old country houses. Why not? Just like a Turgenev novel. Huh?
What a funny man you are. You make me angry. You are completely original, and I intend to remember you with pleasure. We'll never see each other again. So why hide anything? I was attracted to you.
Yes!
A little. So let's shake hands and part friends, shall we?
Shake hands and part friends.
Just please don't hate me.
All right. Well, you should go. It's probably the best thing. There's something strange about you, about your entire existence. You and your husband show up here. We are all working our way, doing our little jobs. We get stuff done. And suddenly we drop everything to come looking after you and your husband's gout. You and your husband do nothing, but you infect us all. I fell hard for you, you know that? You know that. I haven't done a single thing in over a month, and there are a lot of sick people out there, and the goddamn cattle are eating my seedlings. Wherever you and your husband go, you destroy whatever you see. Hey, I'm joking, of course. Huh? Ha, 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 ha. Look, I know what would happen if you would stay. I know what would happen. Complete and utter disaster. I would never survive it. Look, you're not even smiling. You wouldn't have too much fun either. So, you were right. Go. Just go. Finita la commedia.
I'm taking this. It's a souvenir.
It's funny, isn't it? Getting to know each other so well, and suddenly we won't see each other again. That's the way it goes.
It's hilarious.
There's no one here. No Uncle Vanya. With a bunch of roses. May I kiss you goodbye? Thank you, that was nice.
I wish you all the best.
Yeah?
Well, one time in my life I could. Time to go.
Yes, please go. The carriage is waiting. Just get up and go. Oh.
Goodbye. Forgive me. We'll never see each other again.
Bye, my darling.
Not going to see them off.
I can't. It's too painful. Just let them go. I've got to get back to work. I've got to get busy with something. Work. I've got to get to work.
They're gone. Hope everything works out for them. Well, Uncle Vanya, we should get back to work.
Work.
It's been a long time since we sat here together. Well, I'm sad, actually, now that they're gone. Well, Uncle, we should get back to the bills. They're all in a muddle, and a new batch just came today. Here, you take this account. I'll take this one.
Oh. So quiet here. Pen scratching away. Crickets chirping. I hate to leave. Well. Goodbye, my dear friends. And goodbye to my little table. And I'm off. Ha! Well.
When will we see you again?
Not before next winter, I think. You see, I'm tied up all summer. If you should need anything, if there's anything, please don't hesitate to call. I'll be here. Yes? Goodbye, dear.
February 2nd, 20 gallons of corn oil. And February 16th, 20 more gallons of buckwheat.
He's gone.
15, 25. I'm so unhappy, dear. If you only knew how unhappy I am.
I know. But we have to go on living. You and I, Uncle Vanya, we have to go on living. The days will be slow and the nights will be long, but we'll take whatever fate sends us. We'll spend the rest of our lives doing other people's work for them. We won't know a minute's rest, and when our time comes, we'll die. And when we're dead, we'll say that our lives were full of pain, and we wept and suffered, and God will have pity on us. And then, Uncle, dear Uncle Vanya, we will see a brand new life, all shining and beautiful, and we'll look back on the pain we feel now, and we'll smile. And then we'll rest. I believe that, Uncle. I believe that with all my heart and soul. Then we will rest. We will rest. We will hear the angels singing, and we'll see the diamonds of heaven, and all our earthly woes will vanish in a flood of compassion that overwhelms the world. All will be calm, quiet, gentle as a loving hand. Poor Vanya, you're crying. I know how unhappy your life has been. But wait a while, just a little while, and we will rest. I know we will. We will, I know we will.